everybody, it is Paint Pouring Sandy, and in this video I am actually going to do a multi-panel pour. This is the latest project idea in the Facebook group that I'm in, Acrylic Paint Pouring, which is fantastic. I absolutely love that group. It was started by a great woman. Her name's Rebecca Lee Turner. She's awesome, so definitely look her up on Facebook. Look up Acrylic Paint Pouring group under the groups and check out some amazing art. It's fantastic. So this particular pour, like I said, is our latest project. It's not a challenge, it's just something that kind of helps push you outside of your comfort zone. So this is what this project is going to be. So it was a multi-panel pour. I have got these 4x4 panels, canvas panels that I'm going to do, and I've just kind of got them in this fun little design here that I've kind of put together. And I've already got them base coated with pre-mixed white paint. And then if you checked out my previous video, I did a really fun, awesome dirty pour cup here, or dirty cup. So this is what I'm going to use to get my panels, or to do my panel pour. So I think I'm going to start with this one up here and kind of move my way down. This is my first time doing one of these, so I'm very excited. It's something I've wanted to try for a little while now, and I'm hoping that I don't make an utter fool of myself. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to take my panel and I'm going to put it upside down on my cup, simply because this cup is a very full, brimming 2-ounce cup. So I think it'll be better if I do it this way to get this little party started here. So I feel like if I would have done it any other way, I would have got it everywhere. A comment that I get in a lot of my videos is that my hands are super clean. I would like to just tell you that no, they are not. I do get paint all over them. My shirt gets paint all over it as well. Hope y'all can see that. But I get paint everywhere. I do wipe it off simply because, as I've stated before, I like to keep a clean work surface, and that's kind of important to me. So I wipe it off so that way I'm not contaminating my pores. Alright, so I like I said, I've already put white paint down on these panels, but where I'm hoping to kind of get these panels to connect here, I really want to make sure that I've got plenty of white, so that way my little cup here has somewhere to go, the paint has somewhere to go, something to flow into. That's kind of the beauty of this fluid art, is that you're trying to get something to flow together. So that's what I'm going to try and accomplish here tonight. So let's see how this goes, shall we? Alright, so like I said, I've got a hole already in this cup. So I put a piece of tape on here. As you can see, that kind of released the suction there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and flow it this way, so that way I can connect these and make these all kind of go well together. So let's see what we can accomplish here, shall we? Alright. Look at how absolutely beautiful that cup is. I've mentioned this in a few of my other videos. I actually have all of my dirty pour cups. I feel like they dry so pretty. I'm not kidding. I really do. Here's a small sampling of them. But they're too pretty for me to let go. So that one shall join the ranks here soon. This is going to be really fun. I can tell this already. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my torch here. I just want to pass this over. See if I can get some cells going already, get some air bubbles popped out of here. Don't be afraid to go over your negative space color as well, whether it's white, black, whatever color you want to choose. Just because I know, like, especially in this particular white that I use, I get a lot of air bubbles. So I need to make sure to go over that one as well. Oh, y'all, this is going to be fun. Always remember to turn your torch off. Just a little side note there. Otherwise, you could have some very interesting results. Maybe not so great results of things kind of happening. I want to put some white down on this panel here, right here, because I can see that my paint's wanting to go somewhere and it doesn't really have anywhere to go. So if I tilt it, it's just going to kind of flow over itself instead of over the white, and I'm going to lose cells. So I'd rather lose white than my colors. All right. So I plan to kind of come back to these and blow some of these out, so I think that could be really fun, but I want to try and keep the edges as close to how they are currently as I can, because I want these to flow together. That's kind of the whole point of a multi-panel pour. So So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my straw and I'm going to blow some of these out to get my wisps. They're my favorite parts of my paintings. And if you've watched my paintings for a while now you'll know, or my videos for a while now, you'll know that that's my absolute favorite style. Or to do negative space pieces with lots and lots of wisps. So let's see what we can create here. This particular one here might not end up with a whole lot of white, and I'm really kind of okay with that. There we go. Awesome. Alright, so what I'm going to do now that I've blown this out, is I'm going to take my torch one more time. As soon as I can get it to cooperate. And I'm just going to go over this one more time, each of these. Get some of these air bubbles out. And again, you're not trying to scorch your paint, you're not trying to fry it, get it to dry faster, anything like that. You are simply trying to get air bubbles out. Air bubbles, as you pop them, can help create more cells. Air bubbles can also trap silicone under them, which can then leave like really oily residue spots on your painting as well. So yeah, so like I said, popping the air bubbles is pretty important. Now that I've got this to flow really kind of how I want it to, I'm going to separate these just a little bit so that they're not drying together, but the flow will still be there. And then that way I can also play around with them just a little bit more and manipulate them a little bit more. By the way, I have all of my pieces on just these little 1 ounce medicine cups here. Alright. I do want to play with this particular piece a little bit more just because it kind of turned a little bit milky and muddy, so I want to get some of these darker colors to kind of play together a little bit more in here. So I'm going to blow around in here and see if I can get some of my other cells to kind of pop up. I want some of that green to show up. I want some of this darker purple to show up too, so. I also love how, like, as you blow through some of these paintings, you can see all the different layers of the paint coming through, which is always really kind of fun. So with this piece, with this particular one, I can also take this and kind of pull some of these colors through that I really want to kind of show up here a little bit more. But yeah, so I'm going to let this piece dry now. Like I said, I'll still have the flow between the 4 pieces, and as this dries, I will show you at the end of the video what this looks like. Alright everyone, so this has now been about 48 hours since I did this multi-panel pour, and I just wanted to show you each one of these pieces here a little bit closer so you can see the metallics. Again, this really bright shine right here. Yes, there's metallic there, but you can kind of see the edges right here. And this is a big silicone patch that I'll be cleaning off, which is why it's so important to clean off your pieces before you seal them. But this turned out really cute. So this is piece number 1. And then here's piece number 2. This is the lightest one, or the one that had the most kind of white film over it. Did get some of the darker colors here to kind of pop through, in some of these areas, so still ties in nicely with everything. This one doesn't look like it's got a whole lot of silicone on top, just a little bit, so this one will be a little bit easier to clean off. And here's piece number 3. This one got a lot of silicone on it that came to the top. So all right there, this whole piece, or this whole area right here, right here, right here, this is all silicone. So I'll be, again, spending quite a considerable amount of time cleaning this one off. But again, just wanted to show y'all what this looks like in the daylight. And you'll see, you can kind of see these bumps and ridges and how it's not quite so smooth like some of the other ones, but once you get like a coat or two of polyacrylic on there, which is what I use to seal my pieces, that won't matter at all. It'll look fabulous. And then here's that last piece. This also has got a considerable amount of silicone on it, so again, I'll be spending quite some time getting this one all cleaned off. But I love the cell formation here. This was a lot of fun. I really liked this project. I hope that you learned something from these projects, that you like seeing these experiments, and that it pushes you to want to try something. I always learn something every single time I try a different technique. I had never done a multi-panel anything yet, so this was a lot of fun for me. I know some people will separate their panels before pouring. For me, it worked best to have them right next to each other, and then as they were drying to separate them, and then now that they're dry again, I can have them all right next to each other. I don't know what I'm going to do quite yet in terms of hanging this. That will probably be another video, and you guys will get to learn right along with me on that one. Cool. But if you enjoy seeing this type of content and you would like to see more of it, a like, a share, a comment, a subscribe, it's all very much so appreciated. If you want to know how I do anything, you've got questions on anything, definitely drop me a comment below. I get back to everybody. And I appreciate all of my faithful followers who have been commenting on all of my videos. I truly appreciate it. And I've been able to connect with some of you on Facebook Messenger as well, answer questions, and get to see some of your creations as well, which has been a lot of fun. So again, I appreciate y'all so much for watching. And like I said, if you've got questions, comments, anything like that, drop that in the comments. A like, a share, and a subscription is also very much appreciated. Thanks so much for watching.